Their diarrhea. Fuck, man. Diary full of shit, just play along with myself and nobody else. Do some house cleaning here or whatever. Keeping. Diet and exercise regime went real well last week. It wasn't really an exercise regime except for the forearms. I got 4 exercises to do for the forearms. If I was on top of my game by now, I'd have forearms like Popeye the Sailor Man, shoulders like boulders, a loaf of bread for biceps, and a barrel chest. Work on that. They're called traps or trapezoids or whatever, that muscle between the neck and the shoulder. Build those up, build up my calves and thighs just for more muscle, more energy, calorie use, more my center of gravity. I'm not going for a 6-pack or lats, but just the basics, And as far as my actual neck goes, I don't want a thick neck because I don't want to be on that side of the line of the CPAP shit and have to pass the sleep test, every 2 years. You know what I mean? I'd rather just keep it under 17 inches or whatever. That's what she said. She's like, You just keep bumping that cervix, boy. You get too excited. Zing! Yow! Anyway. Big dick problems. You know how it is. But, amateurs. They're so selfish. Shit. I don't know what the hell they're doing. But, anyway. A lot of them do, they're like, ooh, move it this way, move it that way. Yeah, and it depends. Like I said, I've said it before, I'll say it again since I briefly opened that door. It depends on what kind of fucking you doing. If it's this raw, animalistic, pleasure seeking, lust, or if it's sweet, tender, passionate love making, or if it's a little bit of both, kind of that firm yet gentle assertiveness, right? Holding her wrists down and stuff, kind of lean into her a bit, And depends on if you're making a baby, yeah. You got to prepare your body for that, Make sure your swimmers are the best that they can be. Make sure you've trained them up. Well, flushed out the fucktards. And you got your diet and exercise regime on point, which a person should anyway. You know what I'm saying, dog? Your body makes that shit. So, this is a little side note out there for anybody interested in making a baby. Hey, Hibbs. Deborah, I saw a little girl today in a little multicolored dress that it looked like she probably made it, and she was still wearing it, while out and about. She had a little jacket on with hearts. Made me think of you, but of course, and your sweet, tender lesbian lover, Clark, and whatever. Anyway, I digress. So I did eat right now, so whatever. But yeah, I did I mean, I don't want to get too much into the details. I did swing by a barbecue place today, but I didn't go crazy. And the way I figure, I can't find the calories on all of it. And like I said, no pop. And I did eat 1 can of processed food, and I'll get to that in a minute. But yeah, just my bubbly, water and whatnot, fruit in moderation, because it is sugar. That's natural sugar. Your body processes it different. Keep the carbohydrates down to a minimum. And next week I'm going to start, doing the exercise and stuff, just sort of giving it a once over, to keep my muscles stimulated since I'm in calorie deficit, right? Like I said, I'm getting the protein and all the stuff that I've already said. I'm not going to say it again. But, yeah, I ate some ribs. And the way I figure is I probably consumed right around 2,000 calories, if not a little less. Okay? Based on what I ate. Which kind of makes you, you know what I mean? It's like, I'm telling you, man, if you're a person who likes to eat and doesn't just eat, to like survive. See, I'm one of those people who likes to eat. So I have to like earn it. And then, like I said, once a week, eat that big fucking, ribeye steak with a baked potato, 2 ears of corn and a salad and some cottage cheese, or whatever. Call it good. So, and you got to do that, otherwise you'll go crazy. So, unless you're a person who doesn't like to eat, then you're fine. But, and that's why I want to bulk up. I need them muscles. Not only, so I look good and all that stuff, but, and feel better. You walk different, when you're in shape. You just feel different. And, but I need that engine so I can consume more fuel. But, and like I said, I'm going to take this next year. Next month, I'm going just vegetable. I'll get my cookbook. Like I said, I'm a lazy piece of shit. But here's why I'm going to succeed, because I know that this is the kickstart. This is a hell of a kickstart. With this doctor appointment coming up in 4 weeks now. I do not want to lose that kickstart. So, and like I said, I've passed some tests. I've had some temptation. I've had food in my truck this week. Now, I did make the choice to eat 2 cans fell off the back of the truck at a place. It was a can of turkey, chili, and cream of mushroom soup. And I decided to, like I said, I did my 3-day shit. Then I did my avocado shit between noon and 4. Then the next day I opted to eat my food between 9 and 1. And at 9 I ate that canned turkey. And then I just ate, I skipped the fruit, ate 1 avocado and 1 protein shake, because the turkey chili was 14 grams of protein per serving, and there was 2 servings in there. So that got me up there. I opted to start my window a little early, because even when I'm eating, I'm still doing the intermittent fasting. I eat all my food within a 4-hour window when I'm on my game. And because I knew I was going to swing by the barbecue place tonight. And then I didn't eat the barbecue. Let's see, I got home. Let's see. What time is it now? So I didn't eat till 8. So I fasted from 1 p.m. yesterday until 8 p.m. tonight. Just drank water. Didn't eat, no protein shake, nothing, because I knew I was going to grub down on ribs. And some sides, and that's it. And one little honey. They have these like corn muffins, like cornbread, and they're like they like glaze it with like honey. Oh, they're fucking good. And if you wanted to, put honey butter on them or just regular butter, you could do that. I didn't. I just ate it regular, but I figure, hey, just that much less calories, So, but it just goes to show you how how fast you can build up calories. That one can of turkey chili was like 480 calories. Shit. I think a single Big Mac is like 550. So anyway, but there's a lot of good stuff out there that doesn't have much calories in them at all, such as vegetables, fruits, and shit like that. Throw in, your deck of cards size worth of, chicken breast or salmon or whatever. And like I said, if you're fasting, hey, if you want to go a little bit over, 1.5 deck of cards, if you're only eating meat, on every third day. Because I don't buy this carnivore diet shit. I don't buy any extreme diet. I think, vegan, no. Carnivore, no. What happens 8 years from now? You know what I mean? You got to mix it up, And there's things that are worse than others, like carbs. Your body turns it into sugar. And just sort of kind of think back into the, what was available back in the day, We weren't eating a lot of bread and stuff. That's a diet too. I forget what it's called. The caveman diet or whatever. Well, just whatever, it's good to do that stuff to kind of trigger stuff and whatnot, but I'm a firm believer that you have to eat fruit, vegetables, meat, and carbohydrates, just within reason. I think corn is a carbohydrate that gets turned into sugar. Corn on the cob, I really like corn on the cob. Salt and butter, or butter, and I forget what it's called, but it's like this red stuff. And it's like zesty, zingy stuff. I also want to try that, what's it called, street corn? Where it's like butter and like hot sauce or some shit like that. Hey, sign me up. But anyway, like I said, not to sound fat, but, I'm a Taurus the friendly bullshitter. We like excess. We're gluttons. Or at least we're primed to be gluttons. Because we like luxury. We like comfort, and we like excess. Or let me rephrase that. We like luxury, we like comfort, and a lot of it. Not that I give that much stock, but it's kind of whatever, Like I said, a lot of that stuff is strikingly accurate. Strikingly accurate. Some of it not so much. But I'd say at least half, if not over half, of the traits and characteristics of Taurus, the friendly bullshitters, applies to me pretty directly, and the rest of them don't. So, shit. But don't like change, Can lead, but don't like to. We'd rather, follow a good leader and uphold their efforts. What else did it say? Pillars in society. So, you're a pillar in society? Yes, I am. Everything I do is pure pillar of society. Or in society. I don't litter. I even pick up other people's litter. The trash that I do throw away, I crumple it up and make it as small as possible. I tried to do the recycling thing, but them fuckers it ain't worth it. My sister actually took some shit down there and had to bring it back. So, Sorry. They need to set up like sorting machines at the dump that do that shit. I saw a TV show on it in California. They do. It was kind of funny. The guy was sorting it out. He was kind of like, okay, this is organic. This is not organic. Cardboard, that's organic. Plastic, that's or not organic. And he kind of chuckled. He's all, turtle, that's organic. A dead turtle came, was in the garbage. But whatever. But I gotta, I burn my stuff. At least I'm planning on it. But so anyway, that I also found 3 packets of shoelaces. Yeah, I'm gonna put that in my. And like I said, I've said this before. I don't want to turn into a pack rat. But there are useful things. Shoelaces are useful. I cannot bring myself to throw them away. If it's just like a single piece of baling wire, it's like, okay, fuck that, throw that away. I'm not saving that. But a shoelace, I'm saving that. There might come a time where I need to tie something or tie something up, and I'll go, aha, I know just the thing. I have a shoelace in my pile of shit bin, which is going to be out in the shed. And like I said, I save utensils and plastic in case I need to melt them down to make, something. I know it sounds bad, like pack rat my ass. You're a pack rat in the making. No, I'm not. I just can't bring myself to get rid of shit that might be useful in the future. A plastic ladle is going to be useful in the future? Yes. Maybe as a ladle. Maybe as something else. I think that's the right word. The dippers, for like soup and stuff. 3 sets of shoelaces? Oh, that's gold. But I should probably buy me like some cord, like climbers rope and whatnot, just to kind of have in case I need it. Just keep it out of sight, out of mind. There's probably a bitch broad or bimbo or two out there thinking, oh my God, not only do you save shit, now you're talking about buying useless shit that you'll never use. I'm going to have lots of shelves out there, too, As long as it's organized, then, yeah, that's good. What was that show I used to watch? Rust to Riches or something like that? And this guy just had shit, like, all over the place. But he had it stored in his memory. He's like, I know, I got a door for a 1972 Camaro. And he'd roughly know where it was at, and he'd be digging through this shit, and he'd find it, I don't want to be that guy. If I'm going to, like if that were me, I would have a sectioned off for doors, and then I'd have a sectioned off for radiators, and alternators, water pumps, any, it would be sorted. But anyway. Rust to, am I thinking of that? Because there was 2 of them. Yeah, and the Gotham Garage or something was another one. I don't know if they have new episodes. I'm not a gearhead, but I kind of find them, interesting, So, guess I'm up here on time, so guess that's all I gotta say, baby. I'm gonna try and do the Instagram thing tomorrow, see if I can get it to work. I might not, because I hate to break it to all my bitches, broads, and bimbos, but like I said, if it's important to me, I'll remember it for the rest of my life. If it's important to me, I'll get her done. So, not to break anybody's hearts or spirits, but, all of my bitches, broads, and bimbos, all the ones who have taken themselves off the market, they're in relationships, and as I call them, placeholders, I'm not itching, to, although I do miss Kosinabu's pretty elegant face, so, anyway. But my point is, I might not get that done, but or even make the effort, I should say. But definitely, next week is my long home time, because I just have one day off tomorrow, so. And, yeah, I got a fair amount of stuff to do. But, anyway. So, Buc-ee's opens the 18th, next Monday. Cool-Breeze. If I was worth a shit, and we were best buddies right now, I'd say, come on down. Come on down for the grand opening, make the trip. Wear your hat, so when you walk in, they'll be like, we got a loyalist. We got a loyalist here. So, my treat, get yourself a hot dog with all the fixings. Crazy with the cheese whiz. Quite literally, they got like nacho cheese toppings. Go ahead and load up. You'll have to eat that shit with a knife and a fork. Would you like a root beer? No pop for me, not for now anyway, but you want an A&W? You want a Sprite? Huh? You want something fancy here? You want the strawberry, Fanta? Try the pineapple. You simply must. Have to walk out of that bitch with 2 bags with the beaver on the front. So, anyway. Yes, indeed. Take you to Perkins. They got a few of them here in Colorado. Hopefully they're better than the one up there in wherever you live is at. I forget. I know it's near Sturgis, but I don't think you actually live in Sturgis. But they're in South Dakotas. So that's what I ought to get you when I start writing all these books, that are all going to be under 100 pages. And I'm going to write a book about anything and everything. Every Christmas I'm going to kick you, a little bit, of money from my book sales. I'll probably, I'll do that too, but I'll also get you a Perkins gift card, so you can take the missus out, get you guys, some bacon and steak and whatever else, good wholesome, country cooking, home style cooking, at Perkins. Get you a slice of French silk pie. But don't buy extra to take home, because then that would kind of like spoil the experience, because that's what you're doing. You're going to Perkins for the Perkins experience. Get your grub and French silk pie, cup of coffee, or whatever your beverage of choice is. I wouldn't drink coffee. I'd have to have with food. I like pop or some sort of carbonated beverage. Whatever. So, anyway, that's all I gotta say. Bye-bye.